On the Mic Mini. Bought another one. I'm just going to show you it. Polar white. It came up real cheap just before Christmas, so I bought one. I bought another one, should I say. So I've got one for the phone, one for each. Let me just put this on. Pop her on up there. So it'll be a bit of a funny old day today. Some people will be at work. Some people don't go back while Monday. If you do pop in, say hello, share it out for us. And see how we get on then. I've just been watching Stephen, and Stephen had a bit of a problem. He had it set to private all the way through. One person's come in, so we're good. It's definitely not set to private. So I hope you're well. Happy New Year. Not doing anything really. There's a video going up tonight, another bike ride. Next week we're going to be out and about filming. I've actually got a few days off because it's the post-Christmas period where nobody really wants a taxi. And so I always have a few days off. Hello, John Paul. How you doing, mate? Is it loud enough? Is it coming through all right? I'm just on a Samsung today. I've left the iPhone downstairs because it's I'm going to work soon and I need it fully charged. So I thought I'd just use this Samsung. So hopefully it's loud enough. If it's not loud enough, let me know, and I'll probably be able to do something about it. Maybe, as they say. I've got a bit of a sore throat today. I don't know where that's come from. So that sounds fine. Good. Yeah, I've got a polar white one now. Look. So I've got one for each camera now, and one for the phone. So one can just be left in here, so I don't go out and leave things behind. So I've got the DJI Action 5 Pro for Christmas. So I'm just going to show you a few bits. I'm going to actually put it on my Amazon store. The Amazon store last month did just over £1,600. So that's been quite a success, really. And my commission on that was just over 40. And so that's good, really. I'm going to keep adding stuff to that throughout the year. Everything I buy off Amazon, regardless of what it is. And see if I can get that built up into something. Hello, Tamara Van Brienen. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hello. Hope you're well. Happy New Year to you. It's difficult to see these small pictures on here, isn't it, really? So I can't see what you look like. Zybowman, how are you doing? Nice to see you. It's probably going to be one of them days where people pop in, people pop out. You know what I mean? One of them. But I ain't gone live on here. I ain't had genuinely ain't had time. Obviously, I was working right up till Christmas. Christmas Day, we was at my daughter's for the day. So I was back at work on Boxing Day, work Saturday, work Sunday. I had Monday off, but it was the only day me and Sue could have together. Back at work Tuesday, back at work Wednesday, and then yesterday I was just dead on the floor. You know what I mean? I was going to go out and have a ride on my bike, and I just couldn't face going outside, to be honest. And then I found out it was wind chill of -1. So I thought, well, no, it's probably not the day for me to go out there. So I've ordered some new glasses, not these, obviously, these are just reading glasses, and I use these because when you put your varifocals on, or your thingy focals, whatever they call them, you end up doing that to see the chat. But I've always fancied some Ray-Ban prescription glasses, and I found some on the internet. So I uploaded my prescription, and then it was just about to make them, and I realised I'd uploaded the wrong prescription. So I headed that one off at the pass. So anyway, I can't find the actual prescription, so I'm going to have to go down and get it from Specsavers. So I emailed them, and they said, oh, don't worry, we'll get back to you, and they never did. So I rang them up, and it was obvious to me that it wasn't even a call centre, it was somebody at home or something like that. Oh, well, I can ask him to email you. Above the clouds, Ian, how you doing? How you work, mate? Are you back at work? Some people won't be going back while Monday. I suppose you're retail, so you'll be there. I'm going back to work. I've got today, tomorrow and Sunday, and then I've got about 4 or 5 days off to spend with my gorgeous wife. I quite fancied nipping on a plane to Spain originally. The flights are dirt cheap. The Jet 2 have sort of over. I don't know. We've got too many flights and not enough people. So a flight to Malaga is coming up at like 65 quid until you start putting luggage on. But it's the accommodation prices through Booking.com. They're ridiculous. There's a place where we normally go. The first time we went there, it's a good few years ago now, but the first time we went in January, it was 300 quid. About 890 now. It's ridiculous. Who's pressing the love hearts? Don't press love hearts. Say hello. So I said to Sue, obviously we weren't going to stop in somewhere what's 900 quid. I said to Sue, do you fancy going? She says, no, I don't. I just want to go in this country somewhere. So I'm just going to nip off and do a bit of filming. So I'll show you my new camera. Now you could be forgiven for not noticing it's a new camera, because that's the 4 and that's the 5. Hello mate, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in, Mike. Happy New Year to you and all. Yeah, there's not aesthetically, it's bigger for one thing, but the sensor is a lot better. I used it the other day to film a video in here to put on my Amazon store, and the difference is unbelievable. If you use the 4 in low light, it's an absolute bloody nightmare. If you use the 5 in low light, it works just as good as anything else. The trouble is with it, like with this, I mean, obviously this doesn't look dark, but according to the Action 4 in here is dark, so that's what it does. But they basically look very much the same. I can get them all in. The good thing is with these, they're waterproof. Whether the Action 4 will get used anymore, I don't know. Probably not. I get the Creators Kit, so it comes with different batteries for the 5 than what the 4 was. I don't know what the 4 was, but the Action 5 batteries are 1950 mAh. JP, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Shame I didn't do it on a thing. We could have all gone in and had a chat together, couldn't we? Really? Are you off work then, James? Are you not back at work yet, mate? But as you can see, do you know there's a... Ooh, that was lucky, wasn't it? There's a... this is like a selfie stick that extends. God, that'd have been awful, wouldn't it? I've never even used it yet. Well, it's carpeted in here, so we might have stood a bit of a chance. And they are pretty sturdy in that case, but I won't want to try it anyway. I've never dropped one of them, but... So, oh dear. But they do for the Osmo 360, which I bought and sent back, they do a 1.5 metre selfie stick, and they want 160 quid for it. How balmy is that? They must be mental if you think you're going to pay that. I'll be back. I'll be back. Yes, any of you creators out there that are interested in making a few shekels off Amazon, if you've already got a microphone and a camera, why would you not just upload the stuff that you buy off Amazon and put it on an Amazon storefront? It's really easy to set up. So as you can see, these are basically the same as well. These little charging crates. The thing about these charging crates is you have to plug them in because they need to be charged as well. But that's the only difference with the batteries. They're 1950 milliamp hour. I'm not sure what the other ones are, but to be honest, they don't last very long, especially if you're doing 4K 60. But it's basically the same. They all fit in each one. The same with the Osmo 360 as well. You can use it. They're basically the same, exactly the same batteries. Because I was contemplating buying another 360 camera just before Christmas, and then I would have the handle. I would already have the batteries, so I could just buy the cheaper version. And then when I saw how good the Action 5 records headshots inside, I thought, well, there's no point in getting one. Might as well just not bother. I've been on TikTok Shop as well. There's a company called, I think it's Fumitech or Fumu Tech or something like that. They make a device that's MagSafe that you can just stick your phone to. And then it extends like that, which should be a lot easier than trying to put it in here. No, we're not putting that on. It wants you to put on questions and answers. City or countryside viewer. Does it really matter where you're from, so long as you're viewing? Yes, I've ordered that. It was down at £8, but apparently it's coming from China, so it'll be about 10 years before it gets here. But that's life, isn't it, really? Hopefully I'll not get stung for customs on it. I think it's customs over a certain amount of money, but I could get done for 20% VAT or something. But 20% VAT on £8's not really going to break the bank of Monte Carlo, is it? I didn't realise it was coming from China. It never actually said that. So I was saying about the glasses. When I bought these, I said to the woman, "Can you make them go dark?" She said, "Oh, there's no point." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Well, they don't work in the car." And I just went, "Oh, all right." I never thought about it really, but I mean, the amount of walking I do and riding bikes and that, I want them to go dark. Otherwise, you end up taking a pair of sunglasses with you. So these Ray-Bans that I'm ordering, they've got the reactor lights. They don't call it that anymore because I think that was an old brand name, and they weren't particularly good reactor light, were they? They used to go dark after about 2 hours, and then wouldn't go light again. My wife had some of the first set she had. She used to walk in the house and be sat there 5 minutes before the bloody things would brighten up again. So I'm going to have that done in them, and so I just need to get my prescription today, and I'll fill it in. They give me a credit note, what you get a credit note. So the money's still on the site. I just need to get the prescription and then order it. So within the next couple of weeks, I should have a pair of them. I've always fancied them. I like them. I like fairly big glasses because, especially when you're driving, when you move your eyes to the left or right, you're not looking at the frames. These are fairly good. These would be all right as a full-time pair of specs, but these are just, obviously, as you can see, they make my eyes look big. That's when you can tell your eyes are getting worse, when they look bigger from outside when you put your glasses on. So, bought these from Poundland. They're about 50p a box or £1 a box or something. They're absolutely terrible. Treat yourself, don't buy any. If you go in Poundland and these are available, don't buy them. It's time to throw them away. So, back to the Amazon store. So nearly £1,600 last month. That's what went through there. Which this time last month, I got a spot coming. Oh God. I'm a teenager, me, you know. I've been eating too much bloody chocolate, that's what it is. I can feel it coming up. Mr. Zitical. I'll never get a girlfriend now, will I? Thank God. Yeah, from nothing at all last year to doing £1,600 this year of other people's stuff. But it's been quite interesting because I've actually found out where the buttons are to find out what actually sells on there. And the nearer it came to Christmas, the smaller the things got. So they got all the main presents, and then we're just scanning through looking for like stocking fillers or whatever. And the 3 or 4 days before Christmas, the people ordered loads of power banks, loads and loads and loads of power banks. But these microphones, I put these up, and people were buying these. Bought quite a few sets of these, but they also bought. Apparently, there's one in a bigger box with 4 in, and they bought them as well. But because I'd put them up, yeah, I got the Only Fools and Horses complete collection on Blu-ray. Bloody hell, that'd be cool. That's got you sorted out for the afternoon, then, mate. So how many episodes is there? There's not that many, is there? And it's the same with Fawlty Towers. There's very, very few actual episodes of Fawlty Towers, but they just get repeated on every other channel, don't they? Can you hear that aeroplane? We've got a place called Sturgate near us, and it's still got a landing strip from World War II. With a perimeter track round it. Years ago, I worked for a company and we broke up the perimeter tracks. and but the actual airstrip's still there, and you can hear the little aeroplanes. There's a place there that paints them as well, so you do get quite a few flying off from here. The 60s, all right, there's quite a lot. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. I don't know whether I'd watch it again now. The problem is now, I suppose if you've got in Blu-ray, it'll be all 16:9 in that. But there's a lot of the stuff now, if it's on rerun, you end up with it in the middle of the screen like that, don't you? That drives me mad. I was reading yesterday that MTV's, the company that own MTV, has been bought out, and they've gone on a cost-cutting mission, so they've got rid of all the music channels. The actual MTV channel is still going to be up, but not as a music channel. It's just going to be for reality TV. How the world has changed, hasn't it, really? But I get all mine through a streaming app called Deezer. I've had it like 4 or 5 years. I've got the family one. It's about 15 quid a month. I could get it free on YouTube, but I've just got a playlist that favourites list that I do, and I click on there. But that's what they were saying. They said most people are getting their music from streaming services, so there's no point in being open. I was watching ITV on the day after Boxing Day, and it's as if they can't get any advertisers now, because they've all the adverts at the end of the programmes were adverts for their own programmes, just to fill the gap up what they'd left, in the thing. 80 episodes, bloody hell. That'll keep going, and that's a bit more than an afternoon, mate. I remember going to Mallorca once, and it was on in every single bar. Matt, it was about, would it have been 97, something like that. So it wasn't that far away. And I think we watched every single bloody episode as we were wandering around having a drink. It was on in every single bar. Because it's cheap, isn't it? It's cheap telly. So, 80 episodes, bloody hell. That's what you've got on your Blu-ray, so it would be a good picture as well, wouldn't it? I know what I was going to tell you. I was looking on the updates on the YouTube studio, and I'm obviously now I'm going live in the vertical mode, because this goes into the short stream. But coming within the next few weeks, you're going to be able to go back to going live in the horizontal mode, and they're going to send an edited part of the video, through onto the shorts feed in this mode. So you get both, you know what I mean? You'll be able to do both. Because the reason we keep going live in this mode is because it goes into the shorts feed and you get more people in and out. And it's a good way of gaining interest in subscribers. So there's the thing. So we're actually finding what they're going to do. Which I think is a good idea, because then you're going to be on both streams, aren't you? People are then going to go back to using the computers instead of using the phones, which is a lot easier to do. And you could get a intro and outro and better audio and stuff. So, anyway, I shan't stay too long because I really need to go to work. I'll get up to half an hour though. I'm going to do half an hour, because there's no point in coming on unless you do half an hour. So New Year's Eve, a lot better than I expected it being, to be honest. It was very, very quiet on the run up to it, and the inquiries for cabs on New Year's Eve were very, very few and far between. And then it turned up, we got onto New Year's Eve, and I had a really good night. Got finished about 3 o'clock in the morning. Got to bed. Got up yesterday morning, and it just wore me out, to be honest. It's been a really busy time. We used to get up on New Year's Day, and I used to get up by about 11:30, and then we would get in the car and go to Mablethorpe and have a carvery, because it was a good way of ending the Christmas period, business-wise. And you just get sick of people wishing you happy this and merry that, and, can I kiss you, and that. Go away. You do get fed up of it. I said to my mate yesterday, I said, it's a relief it's not over for another year, because you end up doing banging loads more hours in, and you're just knackered. I didn't sleep very well last night, to be honest. I did make a bit of a mistake though. Sue was out on New Year's Eve. She was next door having a few drinks. Now, do you eat your sandwiches cut in half, or do you eat the whole thing? There's a good question for you. Answers on a postcard. Yeah, so she came in and she was a bit, well, she came in late. She came in after I did. She was a bit worse for wear. So I got up yesterday and I cooked her a meal because she was working on nights last night. And I thought, well, she'll sit there and not do that. And so I'll cook her. And it was only chips and fish fingers and that type of thing. So I thought, well, I might as well eat with her. So I ate with her. And then I got talking to Bill and Graham on the internet last night. And I kept thinking, I'm a bit hungry. Anyway, I went downstairs. It was bloody 11:10. So I thought, I'll have crackers and cheese. You know how you do, crackers and cheese. So I ate a big lump of Stilton on cream crackers. So, of course, my age group, if you get to my age group, which a lot of people probably are, as soon as you get to bed, it's like, you better have a nightmare. You better have you better not sleep very well. You better have acid. You better have acid reflux. You better have this, that, and the other. And so I had a bit of that all night. So to be really honest, I could actually curl up now and have a kip. Not as anybody would notice, I shouldn't imagine. I can't imagine today being particularly good. There's not going to be many people out tonight, I don't think. But I think tomorrow night, because it's actually month end, and it's surprising how many people don't go out on New Year's Eve. So I think some people will have saved themselves until tomorrow night and just go out on their regular Saturday night. So I'm expecting tomorrow to be quite busy. Hello, 12 people. If you're popping in, please say hello in the chat and we'll give you a shout out. If you want one, or if you want to just not tell anybody you've been, it's up to you, really. And if you are enjoying what you see, why not subscribe? It's a walking cycling channel, basically. But today, it's a sitting in your office, not doing anything. As you can see there, I've got my walking with Mick sign. Look at that. Obviously, it's backwards because that's what happens. I don't know if when you're in the other mode, in horizontal mode, it probably won't do that. Let's turn that back around so you can actually see me. Yeah. So I think Monday's D-Day, isn't it? That's when everybody actually goes back to work. There'll be all the people that were crowing on the other week going, oh, that's me done for 2 weeks. Oh, I can't wait to, Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Laughing at everybody that had to work, and then they'll all be going back on Monday going, oh, no, this is awful. I don't fancy this. Well, you've got no choice, have you? If that go bankrupt. So I don't really fancy it today, but don't tell anybody, will you? I'm knackered. It's a beautiful day, but it's bloody cold. So, as I said, this is the Mac Mini. They had some real good prices just before Christmas. So I got one on Black Friday, in the black version, and then I got this polar white one just before Christmas. It was £23. If you look on TikTok, if you do TikTok as well, they're putting microphones up on there about 16, 18 quid. These little cheap ones, and they're going, how good they are, and this, that, and the other. Well, if you get the transmitter from DJI, which fits into the bottom of your phone, I can't show you obviously because I'm using it. And then one of these, you full told you'll be, if they're on offer, you'll get them for about less than 40 quid anyway. Cost you less than 40 quid. And you've got these two. And the audio will be much better than some cheap thing. The thing is with microphones, when you buy them, you start off with the cheaper one and then you don't like it. So you get the next one and the next one and the next one. And by the time you get to the actual good one, it's cost you at least double because you've got all the crap ones before you got to that one. Me and Bill used to do it when we were doing the vape show. Oh dear. I'll be sat at the ranked about an hour, I'll be going. I was doing it the other night. Tired. Ready for a few days to myself, to be honest. A bit of a walk around. get some filming done. I'm not taking my bike. But Thursday I might do Mablethorpe if the weather's not terrible. Go back and do Mablethorpe to as far as I can. I don't know, we'll see. Do a bit of filming up there. Which would be nice. Especially when everybody's back at work, so there'll be loads of room. I bet if you go there this weekend, Mablethorpe will be full of dog walkers. Absolutely full. The cafes will be full of dog walkers. Well, I suppose there's still some kids off and they'll be looking for something to do, won't they? Right, I'm going to go. We ain't got many people talking in the chat, so I'll get off and go make some money. Go get some spot cream for that. Can't believe that. Spotty old Mick. Christ. It's got some teeth. I must be having a second teenager phase or something. You know what I mean? Catch you soon, Mike. Nice to see you, buddy. Catch you soon, everyone. Thank you very much for popping in. If you've enjoyed it, stick round. If you've not enjoyed it, don't stick round. If you leave a nasty comment, I'll leave one back. Catch you later. Bye-bye.